Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's recipe video, I'm going to be sharing 4 family recipes. So some of them are quite fun because we're going to be using the pizza oven. So I will show you how I make my dough and then kind of the fun process that we go through. We often have people over when we do pizza night because it's like a really kind of interactive, is that the right word? Interactive way of cooking, and it is a really fun dinner to have, and obviously everyone can personalize their own pizzas. So I'm going to be sharing that recipe in this video, and then I'm also going to be sharing 3 more family dinner recipes too. To start with, I'm going to start with the HelloFresh meal because my HelloFresh has just arrived and I absolutely love HelloFresh. You guys know that because I've been using them for so long now, and we often will order the box for 4 people, but then Chris and I might share one of the recipes and have it over 2 days for our lunches. I find that so simple because we work from home. And often I have to think of kind of breakfast, lunch and dinner to eat. So this takes away a lot of that stress for me. So I am a HelloFresh ambassador as well. And I have got a discount code for you, a brand new discount code. It is Hello Kerry 2024. And that will give you 60% off your first box ordered with HelloFresh, 20% off your next 2 months worth, and free desserts for life. So I'm going to put a little QR code here on screen that you can just scan with your phone, and then that'll take you straight over to the HelloFresh website with my offer applied as well. But this week, what we have got in our box are these 3 recipes. We get 3 recipes a week for 4 people. I feel like it's the perfect amount for our family to have because it takes away 3 nights of the week stress thinking of what to make. And also so many of the recipes that I get are the quick ones like this one. This is a 15 to 20 minute meal. So it's perfect for weeknights when the kids have clubs after school and dinner just needs to be on the table quickly and easily. And also our kids do cook a lot of the recipes for us as well because we're always doing Duke of Edinburgh. So this is a great way for him to do his skill section because he's doing cooking for a skill section. So here are the 3 recipes I've got. Easy salmon and fresh pesto tagliatelle. Then we have got a fragrant veggie noodle stir fry. And then we have got, this is going to be my favorite, oven baked blue cheese and broccoli risotto. That looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to have that. So for those of you who have never heard of HelloFresh before, let me quickly show you how your box arrives. So obviously it comes in the big box that I just showed you. And then every recipe has a number on it like this. And then you have a corresponding recipe card. As you can see, that's recipe 38 with parcel 38 and then we got recipe 42 that corresponds with the right card. It's super simple. All the ingredients you need for each recipe are perfectly portioned in each of these bags so that you can just whip it out the fridge, get cooking, follow a step-by-step guide which you find on the back of the recipe card, and then your meal is made to perfection. So with all that said, I'm going to start off this video with the oven-baked blue cheese and broccoli risotto. So let's get cooking. So I've started cooking the risotto, the HelloFresh risotto, and Rory was actually meant to be cooking this evening for one of his D.O.V. meals, but the football's just started, so they're all watching the football. So like I said, I am doing the oven-baked blue cheese and broccoli risotto. So let me just turn the camera around and show you what I'm doing so far. I have got some onions, garlic, rosemary, the risotto rice, and also veg stock in here as well. So I'm just mixing that together, and I'm just letting the risotto rice soak all of that in, and then I'll just be adding more and more and more water to it as the rice starts to absorb the water. Then what I'm going to do over here is I have got some broccoli bits, so I'll just steam those in a little bit of water, and I'll pop the lid on just so they can steam through nicely. So once the risotto is just 10 minutes away from cooking, I'm going to mix in the blue cheese and the parmesan as well as the spinach, mix it all through until the spinach is nice and wilted, and then I'm going to pop it into the oven for 10 minutes. This pot that I'm cooking this in is actually oven proof, so this can go straight into the oven, and then it's just going to go really nice and crispy on the top, and the rice will carry on cooking through too. Once it comes out of the oven, I will just sprinkle some walnuts on top, as well as a little bit of balsamic glaze just to finish it off. Okay, so tonight we are going to be having some homemade burgers. So we had a barbecue at the weekend and we have some burger buns left over. I'm not going to have a burger bun tonight, so we've got two for the boys here and then one for Chris. I'm just going to have mine with some salad and sweet potato wedges. So what I've got is some rocket that will go inside the burgers. Then I've got some sweet potatoes here that I will just cut up into like chip shapes, and that will go on the side as well as some cucumber too. Then to make my burgers, what I've got is a 500 grams here of beef mince. This was actually in my freezer already. So this meal is all stuff that I have just found in my cupboards and my fridge and bits and bobs that I'm just going to use up. So I've got the 500 grams of beef mince. I've got some sriracha sauce. I've got this garlic paste here, which is so delicious. Then I've got 1 egg, and I'll put 2 tablespoons of flour into here as well, just to combine everything together, as well as some salt and pepper. So like I said, I'm going to add all of these ingredients here into my beef mince, mix it all together, and then this will form 4 generous size burgers. I'll just cook those either in the oven, air fryer, or on the barbecue outside if it's a nice day. So you guys can choose either of those options to cook it with. I'll also then be cooking the sweet potato fries on the side, and then I'll just put everything together when it's ready. So I'll do the burger bun, I'll add some sriracha mayo on the bottom, then the burger, then I'll add some rocket onto it, maybe a little bit more sriracha mayo, and then the top of the burger bun on top. Served with the wedges on the side and some crudités too. Right, so this meal is my usual gyoza soup, but I'm going to be incorporating in a few more ingredients. So what I've got in here is some chicken stock that I made up when I made like a big roast chicken. I deboned it and then I put the bones in some water and boiled it up, and that is what I was left with. So I'll be using that. I've got some mushrooms, normal pak choi, baby corn. I've basically gone through my fridge again to see what I can use up before it goes off. I've got some of this chopped ginger, some rice noodles, toasted sesame seed oil, some soy, red Thai curry paste, coconut milk, and then my Itsu gyozas as well, my chicken ones. These are my favorite. So what I'm going to do, obviously my normal gyoza soup is without the coconut milk, but I thought today I would make it into like a nice brothy coconut soup instead. So super easy, 10-minute meal. So I'm going to start off this recipe by adding some toasted sesame seed oil and the Thai red curry paste into my pan, along with my lazy chopped ginger and my mushrooms too. I'm going to let those cook for a few minutes to release all those flavors and to let the mushrooms wilt down. After a few minutes is up, I'll then add in my chicken stock as well as my coconut milk. I'll then just slowly add in all of the other ingredients. So I'll pop in my chicken gyozas, I'll put in the rice noodles and my pak choi plus my baby corn, and a few little dollops of the soy sauce as well. Totally forgot about the lime juice. Let everything come up to the boil, and after about 5 minutes or so, everything will be cooked to perfection, so you can simply dish up. Honestly, this is such a good meal. It's so tasty, and like I said, it is ready in 10 minutes. Excuse the noise, Chris is just jet washing their little pergola down there, but I wanted to show you what we're having for dinner tonight. We're having a bit of a fun dinner. We're going to be making our own pizzas and using our pizza oven. So I want to show you how I make my dough. This is actually a Jamie Oliver recipe. So this is 00 flour, so it's really nice and fine. And then what I've done in here is I have mixed in 2 sachets of the what am I trying to tell you? This. 2 sachets of this Easy Bake Sachet yeast. So yeah, they're just 7 gram sachets. I've put 2 of those in there. There's 500 mils of water in here so far, warm water, but I'm going to add another 150 mils once I've used this. I just didn't have enough in the pot. And then I've also just put in about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil as well. So what I haven't done yet is add my salt, because I actually went to a pizza making class once and they told me that salt and yeast are enemies. So what you need to do first of all is you need to add your yeast into your flour mix it all together until it's nicely combined, and then you go in and add your salt, because otherwise the salt basically stops the yeast doing what you want it to do, making your dough rise and puff out a lot. So since I have learned that hack, my dough has honestly become so much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all of this together, adding in the water slowly to my flour. Then once all the water is in, I will then add in my salt, and then I'll just keep on mixing until all the dough is nicely brought together. I will then just get everything off my dough hook and pop it back into my KitchenAid pot with a bit of cling film and a tea towel over the top, and I'm just going to let that rest for a good hour. You only actually need to give this dough recipe an hour to proof. Then you are ready to just take the air back out of it, mix it all together, and then this amount of quantity that I've written down below in my description box is going to make 8 perfect sized pizzas for you. Then what we like to do later on is we all just like to add our own toppings. I've just got some passata here that I have a little bit of garlic puree in as well that we like to add to the base of our pizza. Then we go in with like cheese, salami, olives, whatever topping you fancy. We pop it into our revolved pizza oven. These pizzas always go down a treat, and I always find this is a really fun meal to get the whole family involved in. So those are the 4 recipes I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know if you give any a try at home and what you think of them too. Don't forget to check out my HelloFresh discount code down below in my description box. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.